Alright, what is up YouTube? This is your boy Salza here, and today I have a replay about my Lunalight Bujin deck, or Bujin Kagasuchi Turbo deck, and I'm facing against my buddy for the Cosmos. Really good dude. He's playing some Invoked deck. It's pretty bad, but, you know, let's smash him. Kappa Pride, no homo. But yeah, let's get to the replay. So what I'm playing is, Bujin Kagasuchi. If you didn't see the video, it's just basically mill your entire deck and have all your Bujins in your graveyard, get all your floating effects with the Lunalight cards and all of that sort. So this is just really good for me. So he has the bell. He's like, oh, you can't bell that and stuff like that. So, I'm just using the effects, get Kagasuchi. He tries to ogre me, which he can't because, Kagasuchi can just protect it. And then he's like, oh, you're using that effect. Let me pause it for a second. So he belled my, Emerald Bird because I was going to special summon the check in defense mode. And I have a Snow in graveyard. So he used Ogre on my Kagasuchi and he used Bell on my, Emerald Bird. And then I go into Tsukiyomi to get rid of this dead Barrage because I'm an idiot and I forgot to use Barrage before I milled any of my cards. So I had the only target in my deck in the graveyard, which is Thorough Blade. But it works out in the end because I get to draw 2 cards. And I do a misplay right here. So I do draw, as you see, I didn't Pendulum Summon first because I could have Pendulum Summoned both of these, got these cards out of my hand, and used them as Link material and XYZ material. So that was a misplay, but it ended up didn't really matter at the end. So if you are playing this deck, make sure you just Pendulum Summon because you can Pendulum Summon these cards from your hand and then use the effect of Haruko and then, special summon a, Bujin monster. So he has the 3rd hand trap, so he has infinite and permanent. So I try to mill my deck and then I pass turn. He goes for Meltdown and he summons, Invoker, does, regular Invoke plays. And then on his resolution, I activate the effect of Snow because I know he's going to try to banish my Snow from the graveyard. So, I'm trying to go for Snow, banish all my targets that he would try to do in my graveyard. And yeah, so I'm just going to banish all of these cards and summon Snow, focus monster face down for, just because I can. And then he's going to add back the Invoker. And he's going to attack over my Snow, make this big monster. And, I'm just going to combo off with my Lunalight cards. I should kind of explain what they do, but if you didn't see my last video, I'll just link in the description to explain the effects. But basically, I'm just link spamming right now. And at this point, he called by the graves my Snow because I was going to pop his card anyway. So he hits my Snow. That's pretty sad, smiley face. And yeah, that's pretty bad. I didn't want to get rid of my cards in graveyard because I only had a little bit of cards in my graveyard to begin with because he hit my Kagasuchi with a impermanence. So, I didn't want to use Snow and Chain because I would get rid of my, cards in my hand and on my field. So I didn't really want to do that. So I just let him banish the Snow with the, Called by the Grave. So moving forward, I'm just going to go ahead and link. I'm going to get rid of his monster. I'm going to go into my Bujin Kagasuchi, and I'm going to get more cards into the graveyard. I'm going to attack for some damage and set up my graveyard. So, I'm doing really well. He goes for the Invocation, and he's looking to banish anything. So he goes into Merkaba. That's a problem card, boys. And then he attacks over my, Merkaba. He doesn't use the effective Invoker, because if he used the effective Invoker in his hand, he probably wouldn't have a monster negate in his hand, and he wouldn't have protection from the Kagasuchi if it attacks. And probably anyways, I would have had a Sinew in the graveyard just to, destroy it. And as you see, I will summon my Quillen to get rid of it as well. And I have Centipede in graveyard. I should have used Centipede to get rid of his Call by the Grave before I did anything last turn. That was kind of a misplay. And I have a Serena Dance. So that's really good. And I have, set up Lunalight cards just to combo off. So he hasn't really done much besides like summon a big monster and I put it back to the extra deck and then summon Merkaba. So he's not in a good position here. And he had 3 hand traps. Like he had 3 hand traps. I literally played through 3 hand traps. You see this deck does not lose to hand traps at all. And especially when you get started. But if he had hand traps like Ash, when I had, like a, a Lunalight Perfume or something like that, or he like Ash like Unexpected Die, and I just didn't have a follow-up play, he would just destroy me. But I played through literally 3 hand traps, and he just couldn't do nothing. So yeah, this deck is pretty good. If that doesn't tell you this deck is good, I don't know what it is. But moving on, I'm just, doing all these link shenanigans. Going into, I didn't mean to go into Minerva. I misclicked, and I want to go into, Arc. I go into Underclock Taker. I bait him to activate Markaba, and then I, do crazy link plays, and I was just gonna attack him for game, with the dance to summon a Cloudishek, and then Kagasutra for game. So yeah, I was just, this deck is just it had so much fuel. Like, I could have negated something that I targeted. I could have destroyed something on the field. I could have summoned extra monsters in the field. I had a Sinew in the graveyard. This deck is just insanely busted. And if he didn't banish my Snow with Called by the Grave, I had a Snow in graveyard. I could have did that. I had a Quillin. I popped this card, and so on and so forth. And I had 101, I had Underclock, I just had all these Link and XYZ materials, and I just destroyed him with 3 hand traps on the first turn. He also had cherries in his hand, so, he didn't have any targets because, you're probably just playing that for Rongo and Gumblar. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully this showed you that this deck is just very, very insane. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I am out. Peace.